Hello, everyone. Welcome back to CR Investor. Brian Beamish, the Canadian Rational Investors Bitcoin Summary for June 10th, 2014. We'll try and keep this around 5 minutes. Yesterday's got a little bit long, but I wanted to look at a bit of higher time frame trade there and review that. As you can see by the 4-hour chart we have up on the screen right at the moment, not doing a heck of a lot here. We were commenting yesterday about how we were contained within this wedge, coil, whatever you want to call it, basically a nice price channel here. 637.01 was the downside, and 672 was the upside of this range, and we're just bouncing around in between there. I thought I'd just mention right off the bat here, this is the January 2014 high, so this is basically just a nice year-to-date chart. And I thought it was really interesting. I was talking with a gentleman yesterday, and we were just amusing how, in essence, all we've done here is we're just sitting right at the 50% level of this entire move. So Mr. William Gann would be very happy and pleased to see that. And really, I don't think technically anything is really too surprising about what we see here. Prices often oscillate around the mean, and that's basically what we're doing right at the moment. I suppose if we want to take a little closer look, let's zoom in. My commentary yesterday, I basically had suggested that nice healthy correction would bring prices back down to the 38.2 fib. You see the 200 periods simple moving average on this 4-hour chart is in that area, and that's this old high as well. So there's three solid reasons for us to look to maybe do a trade around this 38.2. But I also said that, just because that's what we want, it doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly what's going to happen, and we just got to go with the market. Recently, I've made the comment that, as long as the momentum was pointing down here, I couldn't justify any new long positions, and that if we did actually want to get bullish again, we really needed to see more W type action. And you can kind of see this starting to form here. If we blow this up a bit, you can see that the MACD, our raw momentum reading, made an extreme low here, then rallied up, then consolidated, and now, as you can see, the MACD momentum reading has actually gone positive here. So we have the beginnings, the starts of some bottoming type action. The question is, do the other indicators support this notion? You can see our Williams percentage R, which is a nice simple overbought, oversold indicator. It's just hovering right around the neutral reading, right about midline, and we have put in a bit of a bottom. So, certainly not a situation where it's a pound the table, this thing's desperately oversold kind of buy signal. This is a pure momentum play, and if you're going to play it, you got to understand you got to have strict stops in place. I thought it was really interesting how, I pointed out these levels yesterday, and I have been watching them for a couple of days now. And you'll see that price basically, if we zoom the chart in, here's this wedge pattern, and you can see here's that high of 672. And here's the low of 637, and lo and behold, in yesterday's comment I'd said, all right, we came down and tested this low and was rejected. My hunch was we're probably going to have to go back up and test the upper end of the trading range, and gee whiz, that's exactly what happened. I find it very interesting how today's high, you can see, was 672 right on the nose. So no breakout yet. And for those that do trade these short-term price patterns, we'll take a look at the 15-minute chart in a second. But you can justifiably see that we do have a double bottom in price working right now. So, for those that do play double bottoms, and if that's in your trading plan, then that's awesome. You could argue that you actually do have a little bit of a buy signal right here at, what is that high? 664.50. And we might even be carving out a little bit of a bull flagpole here at that level. So, something to keep in mind. As I said before, I am still long a third of my position from the 460 buy. I cannot, in all consciousness, justify adding to the position at the moment. I'll just continue holding my third of our position until we start seeing double top breakdowns, which we don't see right at the moment. Nice big double top breakdown would be a move through this low here, 620 even. We're nowhere near that. And as I said just a second ago, we actually have a new double bottom buy signal. So you could actually argue that you want to be long here from this rally peak, which is 664.50, and your stop just below that low, 637.01. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. All right. Looking at the bigger picture, just to finish off this 4 hour, we talked just briefly at the beginning of this video about I'm really concentrating on the year-to-date chart right now, and I think it gives us a good idea of what 2014 is shaping up to be. And I think the important takeaway here is that we always want to be thinking about how the institutions might want to act, and that's this handy little red box up here, or the concept of the optimal trade entry. And simply put, institutions do not sell at the bottom, and they do not buy at the top. If they are going to join the short trade here, where are institutions most likely to do that? And the simple answer is they love the 61.8 to 78.6 fib retracements. And so right now that box is still sitting 744.79 up to 854, with the sweet spot, or the midpoint, that 70.5 level at $800 on the nose. All right, so with that in mind, let's move on to our next chart. I saw something here that jumped out at me this morning, and I thought I'd just bring it to your guys' attention. And we're actually getting close to our time limit here, so I will probably just finish this video off with this thought. If we look at the Bitcoin in a little bit more detail, this is a 15-minute chart. We see that we had, an initial burst up, big reaction down. So this reaction down level here, that's 555 right on the nose. It's going to act as a bit of a base for me. And as you can see, price basically moved up from those levels, and then we've consolidated once again. So if this is indeed the case, you can argue this is your base and this is your rally peak. This is what's called a flagpole formation, or a pennant. Yeah, sort of combination of the both, where basically 2/3 of the apex of the pennant, we should see a resolution to this pattern. And the resolution, interestingly enough, from the breakout of the apex should be about the equal distance of the flagpole height. So this rally low was 550, and the rally high was about 660, 670. So we'll call it 100 some odd dollars. And if we look at the pennant, you can see there's the double bottom, there's the breakout there. About 2/3. It's fairly close. Doesn't have to be exactly right. The point here is, if we take this same flagpole and project it off of the apex, it gives us a target up here around 750, 775 area. In fact, this number comes out to 783, but keep in mind this is a log scale, so actually it isn't. It's a regular scale. So if we go log, so there's the flagpole, boom, boom, there's the apex, and it paints a target 780. So that's interesting, considering that this OTE zone here sitting 744 to 854. Long and short of it here, you can see for our basis, we have a bit of a momentum bottom. Volume really hasn't come in on this rally, so again, this isn't the kind of thing where I'm pounding the table saying you've got to buy, you got to buy, you got to buy. It's not a bad little trading range breakout. There is a trade here. If you follow, strict money management rules and stop levels, the trade, just simply put, is to go long on a move through 672 with your stop 637. Which is about 40 some odd dollars of risk. And as we said, our upside target is a good $100 higher. So the risk reward, I think, is justifiable to consider the trade as well. So that's basically my Bitcoin summary here for the 10th of June. Basically, we're still marching along in the bull. I don't see any reason to start turning bearish of this. We did a cycle study a few weeks ago, and we suggested that maybe July 1st might be a good cycle peak. Look for a top into that date. So here we are on the 10th of June. We still got another 20 days left in this month. And for the time being, momentum has turned up on the higher time frame charts. So the last thing in the world I want to be is an aggressive seller here. As I said, I'm still riding a third of my long position, and really, it seems logical to me that we should look for some sort of end event, end of June, beginning of July, up in this OTE area. All right, so you guys have a great day. Any questions, feel free to get back to me at CR Investor on Twitter, the rationalinvestor.ca, the website, and you can always pop in and give me your 2 cents on TradingView while you're at it. All right, have yourselves a great day. All the best, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.